Hi, good morning and welcome to Global Informatics. This short video is to brief you on what is coming in the next coming days with regards to the MPP flag bearer race. On Friday, we started the MPP delegate polls across the country. We are sampling 3,500 delegates across 16 regions. And as such, this morning we are done almost with 2,500. We are asking people what they think about the direction of the country. We are asking them to rate John Mahama's performance. Do they approve his performance? We are asking them to rate the performance of the government as a whole, as well as their own MPs in the various constituencies, where we have sent people for this tracking poll, 83 of them.
Abusia mama na wase na mema wakwa ba na mema wa afisia pastor nko nyankopon yeda na se wahwe me ne wo yemi enu yeso na mamusu na seni biala antwe na December akọ asan ababetwe na esan etwa ne ho ede akọ akohye 2026 mu. God, we thank you for whatever that you've done for us. Minia Musah Danquah aye na ye bi se we poster e wo Ghana memu ha asisi ye de Ghana fo ye na yaje no atomu ababedi nkomo bi na ne nkomo hodi nsisi ya no wo se wo pie asi Ghana mountain so no ne Ghana fo akokodi nkomo okoko bisa omo se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye de no esi akonya so wanya wanye and I say almost 1 year any na Ghana fo e de ba asem e no omo eka His Excellency Obon Humode and I say expectation na Ghana for ye wo edima no wode yehwamo ana sanso na Npp Presidential Primaries ya eba be so on the 31st of January 2026 no Musah Danquah asan asimoten so o say ni pool no every month bia oye November de eba na December de nso aba it wo the update bi ebre yen wo see November no omko ye no Ghana fo bi mu na omo decide ye dodo na ebi mu nso ekoma Kennedy ebi mu koma Bawumia any other aspirants no but sisi na omo omo decide ye no bebere na a decide but ekoba Bawumia ho eko Kennedy ho hwan na aba no obetumi anwene endi se wuhu de ekwa na se o support candidate bi a na wo hu ni position na se wo bayire wo ho aye campaign na wayire wo ho aye campaign mini me ma me kasa enye tintin yenko na yenko tie Musah Danquah na asem a Ghana fo eka echile no a wono so all kan actually efa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na mamu no eho na mewia me de Bawumia ne Kennedy ne other aspirants na wo NPP mu de no so atwa so e de ama mini best say unya en subscribe ya ansa na ebe video subscribe na like video so wo hwe video no so ewia comment bia na wo just go to the comment section choro ni na gu ho mama na me respond na bo me bia ayekama me da wase ehwe video no emna yakoba ebeto aso.
Hi, good morning. Yes, I tried to do a TikTok live, but my live account has now been suspended. I just realized that they've just suspended it. They said I could try again tomorrow, so fingers crossed. I don't know what I have done to warrant the suspension. But this is an update on what we are doing. I've just done what is coming for the MPP race. Now, this we're looking at the general public opinion that we call the national tracking poll, which we've been doing for every 3 months. This afternoon, we are concluding polls across the country, and we'll begin to see insight as to what Ghanaians think on a wide range of issues. As usual, we are asking people what they think about the direction of the country. We are asking them to rate John Mahama's performance. Do they approve his performance? We are asking them to rate the performance of the government as a whole, as well as their own MPs in the various constituencies, where we have sent people for this tracking poll, 83 of them. We are also asking people to tell us about their personal economic condition and living standards, whether it has improved or is getting worse. We are asking them to give us their views about corruption, whether in their view corruption is getting worse or is improving. We're also going to ask them whether they believe the government is doing enough in fighting corruption. Then the almighty case of Galamsey. We have asked people specifically whether in their view Galamsey has increased under John Mahama's tenure. We asked them whether they believe that Galamsey has gotten worse since Mahama took over. We also asked them whether the things they put in place in fighting corruption Are they doing enough in fighting corruption? So we have a view on that as well. Again, we looked at the overall corruption perception index with a number of state institutions or public institutions that we are assessing their performance on as far as corruption is concerned. We're going to see who tops the table, who are the least perceived corrupt in the next tracking pool. Then we took a next step to look at what we call the four arms of government: the executive, the judiciary, the legislature, and the media. Who is the most trusted? Who is the most trusted arm of government today from the people's perspective? We will see that as well in the upcoming polls. Then we asked them, having experienced the last 12 months of John Mahama administration, if they were to be given another chance to vote in an election which has the same candidate as 2024, who would they vote for? Will the MPP win if election is held today across the country? Or John Mahama will still win? And if he does, what percentage do we expect him to win by? Interesting stuff ahead. Then we look at the MPP race again here in the eyes of general voters, all voters, both MPP, NDC, and floating voters, and many other political parties, who they believe should lead MPP. And then we veer into the NDC one. Who do the voters believe should lead NDC? In the last poll, we took away Jenna Opoku from the list. We have brought her back in. We want to see the effect of bringing her back in and what it does to the race. Who is leading in the NDC race? Who has the momentum? Who is likely to emerge based on the public opinion, not delegates? Delegates, we're going to be doing NDC delegate as soon as we have the data and as soon as we have their primaries, or what we call the branch elections, which will be sometime around July. But we may try to do certain things much earlier than that to see what is going to happen. And then we ask voters in general, if MPP elects Bawumia and he comes across at the forcing, who would you vote for? If Bawumia comes face to face with Haruna Idris, who would you vote for? If Bawumia comes face to face with General Mosquito, who would you vote for? If Bawumia comes face to face with Julius Deborah, who would you vote for? And then we flip the scenario. If MPP elects Kennedy Ohinajepon and he comes face to face with Actor Forcing, who would you vote for? If Kennedy comes face to face with Haruna Idris, who would you vote for? If Kennedy comes face to face with Mosquito, who would you vote for? And if Kennedy comes face to face with Deborah, who would you vote for? These and many other angles we are going to look at in this coming poll. You can't miss it. Very, very insightful and very, very forward-looking. The said coming event has their shadows. We will begin to see 2028 from January. We will begin to see 2028 from February. As far as polling is concerned, the public always gives us a very good measure of what might be coming. You can't miss it. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Hi, good morning and welcome to Global Informatics. This short video is to brief you on what is coming in the next coming days with regards to the MPP flag bearer race. On Friday, we started the MPP delegate polls across the country. We are sampling 3,500 delegates across 16 regions. And as such, this morning, we are done almost with 2,500. So what do we expect? The race is heating up, and we are expecting a very good contest coming this primaries, though there will be another poll before the elections in January. But what we are seeing so far is a bit of decision by the delegate. We've seen a marked reduction in the number of people who say they are undecided. They are not deciding. We've seen a marked reduction in the number of those who said they will not disclose, they are disclosing. So altogether, we've seen a big shift in the number of people who say they won't disclose or they are undecided. People are now deciding. One thing we've also brought in the current polling is what we call neighbors effect. Neighbors effect is a way of trying to see who your neighbor might be voting for. In this case, if you are a delegate, you want to know who do you think your other delegate or fellow delegate might be voting for. We want to see whether there's a difference between the main who you're going to vote for and who do you think your neighbors or your fellow delegates are voting for. That is a model that was used in America in 2016 when Trump won the US elections. Many pollsters didn't see this coming because there were people who were Trump supporters who were not comfortable disclosing their true voting intentions, just like we have in Npp primaries. Not disclosed, not disclosed. And these are elements of delegates who make it difficult for us to predict accurately. Because if you're not disclosing, it could be something else. So we are trying to use this neighbors effect to see whether there will be a difference between those who are saying they are voting for Mahama'S, Kennedy, or Brian Educhumi of Nigeria Depon, and those and what they think his fellow delegate will be voting for. It's going to be very interesting reading for this upcoming polls. We're also looking at whether religion again and ethnicity is playing any role at all in this polling. And as we always do, we'll also look at the favorability rating of the candidate. How favorable do the delegates see Bawumia, or how unfavorable do they see him? How favorable do they see Kennedy, and how unfavorable do they see Kennedy? And we'll do that for all the candidates, and then we'll be able to analyze this data accordingly. One thing that we're still asking is, do people share the notion that giving the candidate a second chance help the party win the election? It is a myth that is backed by data, or do the delegates share this sentiment? Do they share this view? It will be very, very interesting to see the overall views of delegates. And indeed, those who say yes, who are they voting for? And those who say no, who do they intend to vote for? This should be a massive week for the Npp primaries. Thank you very much.
Mamena wasi, so when you na wahwe video yi e dia ba be du samre. Minim se de Musah Danquah all kano. Ghana for na eka. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye bebo na baso waye na from de. Yes, if you betimi man be 60% because nyoma bi affairs no na enko ye nkakra. Ontumi enye ni nyina de. This is his first year. Nti yesero Nyankopon se adwenyansa ene nimdie biala od betimi dia dom no na 2026 ye kwa kohye mu no wotumi aye nyoma bibiri amagana so akonanim no eno ena yebesere ede amano ena Ghana fo a kasa ede afa Bawumia ene Kennedy wo hina Japan ne Dr. Yel se ya wadutwumu elections no omo so akere omo adwen minim se bibiri na eye nkrofo a aba no omo betu bi a omo eye delegate eto omo akere omo adwen ehemfa ena eko na ba no hwan ena obewini nti yende ye twen 31st of January 2026 ena ye behu ba bia aba no ebeko itibinia mamefa wo ensia na ansa na ye beko no nya unsubscribe ya mesro se obesubscribe like video we na wa hwe video awie comment bia na won just go to the comment section tru ni na for go e mame na uwie nso a share ma wonu bi na ono nso onya bi enhwe me da wase Nyankopon onhwe wo hu so onhwe oso e mame me de wo ebesiem sisi e makro bye bye.